Yo, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, like, join it or something.
Hey everyone, Lucamus Prime here. So, it is time for a video, of course, talking about video games, but it's going to be one where I talk about a reason why I made a decision with regards to the consoles I play on. Because, as some of you may or may not know, from pretty much the early days of my gaming childhood until, of course, last year, my console that I played on was Xbox consoles. I played on visual Xbox, Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Out of all, my personal favourite was the Xbox 360, if I was to pick a favourite. But in 2022, however, I made a decision to get into another console franchise, if you will, that being PlayStation. And this video is going to be me explaining why I moved on completely from Xbox to PlayStation. So, now when it comes, of course, to my experience on PlayStation, I will be honest and say that in my opinion, I've had a way better gaming experience on it than I did on Xbox. For several reasons. So, one reason why I preferred PlayStation to Xbox is because, in my opinion, it has way more appealing exclusives, that being, of course, exclusive games and exclusive franchises. I mean, no offense to Xbox's exclusives, but personally, I think the exclusives on PlayStation are way more memorable, fun, and way more exciting. And definitely, in my opinion, lots of fun to play. And I've played lots of them already, and it's been really fun so far. And I can't wait to play more of them in the future. And I think it's definitely really brilliant. When it comes to other exclusive things too, there's also one thing about PlayStation which I always prefer over Xbox, being of course how, when it comes to controllers, they've definitely, in my opinion, really improved when it comes to exclusiveness, because what's really cool about the controllers from PlayStation 4 onwards is they have a light on it, which of course turns on when of course you power the console, but what I think is really awesome is, depending on what game you're playing, it actually changes colour, and I think that's a really amazing feature. And I think it was proof that the PS4 back in 2013, I think when it first launched, was way ahead of its time. Absolutely. Like, I think it's just really amazing how it's able to do that. And it's been doing that with PS5 onward too as well, which is just brilliant. And when it comes to my favourite console of all time, it has to most definitely be the PS3. Because I got that last year in October. And since I started playing games on it, I've had an absolute blast because I played lots of games from my childhood on it, revisited. I've also played exclusives, and I definitely stand by my statement that, in my opinion, PlayStation has better exclusives than Xbox had, in my opinion. And another reason why I also moved on to PlayStation completely, because while I still played on my PS4, of course, in early 2023, I still played on Xbox for games I already had been, of course, exclusive, like, for example, Halo and Gears of War, and also standalone things like Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, and Rise, Son of Rome. But when it comes, of course, to, PlayStation, though, I noticed one thing about it which, in my opinion, made it much more better, and in my opinion, made me a lot more interested to play that. And that, of course, was the sense of achievements, because while Xbox, of course, has the inclusion of course, achievement points that you get, I personally find it way more appealing how PlayStation has trophies, and each one of them has a different colour based on, of course, like, how rare or important they are, you know, being from like bronze, silver, gold, and of course for one, platinum for a game. And I've platinumed quite a lot of PlayStation games at the time of this recording, and I'm hoping to platinum more in the future. And it's been so much fun, really, I must say. And the satisfying feeling that I've got when getting the trophies, it just makes me, you know, so happy to be on PlayStation, really. Because when I got Xbox achievements, I just thought it was something and nothing, really. I didn't really care for them, really. Whereas with PlayStation, because they all contribute to, like, one big trophy, I think with Xbox, it's like a point with lots of points or something, a achievement point with lots of them. I'm not sure how that works, but when it comes, of course, to PlayStation, though, because the trophies all contribute to a very big trophy being the one platinum, it made it a lot more appealing to me and made me much more invested and interested to play the games to get the platinum, really. I mean, most games I've played, I've not got platinum for, unfortunately, but the ones I have got platinum for, it's been really fun so far. And my first platinum was for Spider-Man PS4, my first PS4 game that I played, and that's the reason why I prefer PlayStation over Xbox, because of the Spider-Man game being so incredible. A massive experience, I must say, really, just amazing. So, When it comes, of course, to when it comes to Xbox, then I retired from playing Xbox in September 2023. I felt that was definitely the right time to call it quits for that console, because nowadays I think my life is going to be dedicated to being a PlayStation gamer, and hopefully be Nintendo in the future at some point, but mainly though, guys, I'm now a PlayStation gamer, and I couldn't be happier with that. So, and I've also invested a lot of my time into getting more of the consoles, because as well as, of course, my PS4 that I got in 2022, as of course a big decision that I made, you know, to get into PlayStation. I also had a PS Vita, which I had when I was a kid, but I unfortunately lost it. But thankfully, though, in 2022 I found it, and I was able to get some games for it. I've been playing on it, got a few platinums on it, which was pretty awesome. I think I've got 3 of them so far. And I also as well got a PS3 in October last year as well, and that's my favourite console. And then, of course, for my birthday on Christmas Day last year, I got a PS5, and that's been really fun to play on, and lots of fun, I must say, with a lot more appeal on it compared to Xbox Series XS, because one thing about PS5, which I really love about it, is also how it tried to be a lot more different and better than the PS4 as well. Whereas Series XS for Xbox, in my opinion, is just literally an Xbox One again, but smaller size. The only thing about it which could be appealing is 9th generation games on it being playable, and that's it, really. There's literally nothing special about it at all when you compare it to PS5, because PS5, in my opinion, really stands out compared to PS4. Because what I appreciate about PlayStation consoles is they're very innovative. They try to get better and better each time, and I really appreciate that. So, I think it's safe to say that my life as a gamer is going to be dedicated to PlayStation nowadays. That's what I'll say, really, about it. I'll stick to PlayStation for as long as possible. Hopefully one day I'll get a PS6. I'd love to get that. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, guys, I think me moving on to PlayStation was one of the best decisions I ever made. I mean, my Xbox journey was fun, especially on Xbox 360, that's my favorite Xbox console, but I think playing on PlayStation is a great decision that I made. I'm so happy that I did that, because I've had an absolute blast on PlayStation, and it's going to keep going as a really fun blast, and I really can't wait to play more games on it. I've got tons more that I've yet to play, and I can't wait to play them. So, to me, guys, my life as a gamer is all about PlayStation now. So, this is me doing a video talking about why I moved on to PlayStation from Xbox. So, you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to vote in the comments what you guys think Xbox and PlayStation. What console do you play on? Leave in the comments below what you think of it. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe, who's coming in the future, and I'll see you all later.